At level 4, or strong experiences, the effects of dimethyltryptamine become characterized by all-encompassing geometry and hallucinatory states. The user typically feels like they have broken through into the hallucinatory dimethyltryptamine space, and the trip begins to follow distinct durational stages, which have been well documented by psychedelic communities online. Strong dimethyltryptamine experiences are typically the minimum that is considered a full dimethyltryptamine experience in many online, and the vast majority of trip reports seem to be for strong, heavy, or extreme experiences. The first stage is taking off, which culminates in breaking through. At this stage, effects become stronger until they overwhelm the experience of the sober or outside world. There are many different forms of taking off that have been reported on dimethyltryptamine, and some examples include increasingly intense geometry, which becomes so all-enveloping
Can
that
I
the physical
please
environment
come
is
along
completely
on your
blocked out and
camp?
replaced.
Pink trip park, Danny.
Feelings of being suddenly pushed through and onto the other side of the membrane.
Your mother said
The environment forming into a geometry-filled tunnel, which the user moves into as it widens and subsequently encompasses their entire vision.
That's
The
not
environment splits into
nice.
separated sections, leaving a gaping chasm filled with high-level geometry as the user separates their body and is then catapulted directly into it at a high speed.
I don't want to go anyway. I hope the performance motivates you both.
The second recognized stage is a waiting room. Initially after breaking through, there is sometimes a brief period of time
You'll be
during
saved
which the person has grown
by camping
and no longer
overnight
feels
or
that they are in the social
Patani.
world, but they are not yet
No offense.
on the so-called other side.
Danny looks too old to fight
This
monsters.
stage may have hallucinatory motifs such as being in a lifted waiting room, but its primary characteristic is a feeling that the person is waiting for something, or that something is about to happen.
at night.
The waiting room doesn't always take place during a breakthrough trip, which we'll go into a bit more later. And also sometimes the waiting room
Then
fizzles out and never
we
actually
have
pushes through
nothing
onto
to
the other
worry
side.
about.
The other side.
First and foremost,
Once the
That's
waiting room
not
stage
what
is either
Podium
finished or
said.
skipped over, you
he said,
typically feel that you have broken through to what is commonly referred to as the upside or hyperspace,
These are my powers.
the third stage.
But he is a farmer.
An incredibly wide variety of
Danny,
hallucinatory content can
explain
be
it.
on the other side. Right. But there are certain themes and archetypes that
when
have been
you
reported as
say
particular.
someone is a night owl,
The
you are
common experience of this
saying
state is that
they
these are
tend
believed
to
to make
stay
it ultimate
awake
reality that
late
feels
into
more
the
real than
night.
everyday life, or may feel oddly familiar, or accompanied with feelings of
There
harm.
are no monsters at night.
In regards to this, the parents mechanic is absolutely posted the same. It has a quality of an event
Oh,
rather than an
by
experience.
the way, I'm not that old.
In terms of the visual aesthetic, these hallucinatory spaces, settings, and scenes are usually
This seems like a good place to set up camp. You do picture things. I'll go gather some
dimethyltryptamine is a compound full of mystique. It has been called the spirit molecule. It is a component of substances that have been used in spiritual and religious ceremonies for untold millennia, and the experience of it can disappear in barely more than an instant in the context of our lives. Unlike most psychoactive compounds, dimethyltryptamine is native to the human body. It's a naturally occurring endogenous byproduct within a huge variety of plants and animals.
Now,
It's something
we
that
get
our
to
biology knows
have our
intimately, and
dinner.
our bodies are very good at cleaning away.
How's
Because of
roast
this,
chicken
even very
sound to
strong
you?
amounts of smoked or
Sounds
vaporized
good.
dimethyltryptamine typically wear off within about 15 minutes. You're watching the 6 levels of dimethyltryptamine.
Looks like you two are
A key concept in describing dimethyltryptamine is the idea of breaking
down for
through.
the count, huh?
A breakthrough
It's
is when a
all
psychedelic
right.
experience is intense to the
You
point that you no longer
first up.
perceive yourself as being in the physical room where your body objectively is.
In your tent first.
As with
I'll
other
go
psychedelics, it only
and
happens
clean up
during strong,
the
extreme
leftovers.
intensity experiences on dimethyltryptamine. The famed magnitude of breakthrough dimethyltryptamine experiences
want
combined
to
with the short
attract
duration
any
have
wild
resulted in a lot
animals
of people
tonight.
treating it almost like a terrifying spiritual roller coaster that you hop on.
We will be fine. But Danny is the night owl. He can watch over us.
Change your life and hop off.
Ease up, Tommy. We will be fine.
However, this is rarely how it plays out, even when you're trying, and it's not all that dimethyltryptamine can be. Now, before we go any further, please note that this video is for educational purposes only.
What's
Keep in
that
mind that
bug
everyone
done?
responds to psychedelics
What
differently.
happened to him?
A huge portion of people seem to have uncommon or even abnormal experiences of psychedelics in their sensitivity to amount, subjective effects, and physical side effects. Don't expect to have the same experience as me or anyone else. It's really best to have an open mind when approaching mind-altering substances.
I didn't see Baghdadi anywhere.
The forest monsters got him.
Substances
Ah.
and your mental and physical well-being.
Baghdadi?
What happened to you?
Also, please see the description for a list of the sources
I was
co-wrote
taking the rubbish away to the garbage bins, but then I tripped and fell over the garbage
that I
bin.
used in making this video, which is heavily based on an article I originally wrote for freek-banning-freestyle.com.
Gave us quite a scare.
And informed by my perspective as a professional psychedelic researcher, experienced psychonaut, long-time writer in the field of subjective effects, and the creator of the subjective effect. If you familiar with my psychedelic experience intensity scale, you can watch my dedicated video on the 7 levels of psychedelic experience linked in the description. Though this video will discuss some common effect of different experience intensities of inhaled, vaporized, and dimethyltryptamine specifically. We have not included level 0 subperceptual, as it typically is not relevant to inhaled dimethyltryptamine, and would